Imagine this. You are in the interview room, the air thick with anticipation. The interviewer leans forward, pen poised above their notepad, ready to capture every word. You're ready to impress. But then, in a moment of unguarded honesty or nervous overshare, you utter words that should never escape your lips during a job interview. Uh-oh, you overshared. No wonder. Job interviews are nerve-wracking. The pressure to present yourself in the best possible light, combined with the uncertainty of the outcome, often leads to anxiety and stress. It's natural to feel nervous when you know that a successful interview can significantly impact your career and future opportunities. However, sometimes in our eagerness to impress, we might say things that could harm our chances of landing the job. According to research, out of every 250 resumes a job opening gets, only about 4 to 6 people are asked to come in for an interview. This means that securing an interview is a significant achievement in itself. But once you're in the room or on a Zoom call, it's crucial not to ruin this hard earned opportunity by revealing unnecessary or harmful information. We already covered the key interview mistakes to avoid in our first video, and see the link below in the video description. But there's still so much to cover when it comes to the interviewing process. Oversharing is one of the biggest mistakes candidates make. In this video, we'll discuss key things you should avoid revealing in a job interview. By steering clear of these pitfalls, you can present yourself in the best possible light and increase your chances of success. Stay tuned until the end to learn about the one thing you definitely should reveal in every interview. But first, let's find out what things are better left unsaid. First on our list is personal information. It's important to remember that a job interview is a professional setting. Avoid sharing too much personal information about your family, relationships, or personal issues such as the fact that your dog was sick this morning or that the best thing about your last job was the free coffee there. This can make you seem unprofessional and might make the interviewer uncomfortable. Stick to discussing your qualifications, experience, and why you're the right fit for the job. Similarly, avoid discussing your age during the interview. Whether you're younger or older, mentioning your age can unintentionally introduce bias. According to research from the Center for Aging Better, although age discrimination is illegal under equalities legislation in many countries, studies show that workers over 40 face a significantly lower chance of receiving a job offer compared to younger applicants. Age-related discussions can lead to unconscious bias, whether you're seen as too young and inexperienced or too old and overqualified. Avoid statements like, "I know I don't have much experience." Focus on your skills, experience, and fit for the role. Let your qualifications speak for themselves without highlighting your age. No matter how bad a job was, you never ever want to badmouth a former employer in an interview. Even if you truly had a toxic job or boss, and trust me, we had, your interviewer doesn't know that and could wonder whether you'll dish on their company next. Keep your tone somewhere between neutral and positive, focusing on what you've learned from each experience and what you're hoping to do in the future. This especially applies when you're talking about why you are leaving. Employers are looking for candidates who are forward-thinking and enthusiastic about new opportunities. Dwelling on past negative experiences can make you appear bitter and focus on the past. So highlight what excites you about the potential new role and how it aligns with your professional growth and aspirations. If you have plans to start your own business, it's best not to bring this up during the interview. Employers might see this as a lack of commitment to the position you're applying for. Entrepreneurial ambitions are great, but if you're applying for a job to work for someone else, you will want to downplay the fact that you're trying to get funding for your new startup. Most employers want to hire people who are going to be around for a while, and if there's any suspicion that you're just collecting a paycheck until you can do your own thing, you probably won't get the job. Emphasize your enthusiasm for the role and how your diverse background brings valuable skills and perspectives to the position, instead of showing that you are already planning your exit before you even start the job. It can be tempting to express how much you need the job, especially if you're in a tight spot financially. However, revealing desperation can undermine your bargaining power and make you seem less confident. Focus on what you can bring to the company and how the role aligns with your professional aspirations instead. Employers want to hire candidates who are passionate about the role and the company, not just looking for any job to pay the bills. Desperation can be a turn-off and might lead the employer to question your true interest in the position. While showing excitement for the job is important, being desperate can put you at a disadvantage when negotiating salary and perks. Play it cool, but stay friendly and engaged. Before we move on, if you found these tips helpful, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more valuable career advice and tips on job searching. We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below with any questions or topics you would like us to cover in the future videos. Your feedback helps us create content that's tailored to your needs. Talking about when you plan to retire can make employers question your long-term commitment. Retirement plans are personal and can raise concerns about your long term availability. Focus on your excitement for the role and your commitment to bring your expertise to the company for as long as you're able. This reassures employers of your dedication without giving them the reasons to doubt your long term intentions. Now, revealing medical issues in a job interview can be tricky. While it is important to be honest, discussing medical conditions can sometimes lead to unintended bias or concern about your ability to perform the job. According to research by the Institute on Disability at the University of New Hampshire, employment rates for people with disabilities do rise and fall and rise again over time. However, the percentage of disabled people employed has always been only around 30 to 40%, compared to more like 70% for non disabled people. Unless it directly affects your ability to do the job and requires reasonable accommodation, it's best to keep this information private during the job interview process. Let's say you have a chronic illness that requires occasional time off. It's better to discuss this after receiving a job offer rather than during the initial interview. If you need accommodations, they can be discussed after a job offer is made, ensuring that you're judged on your qualifications first. Politics is a hot topic and a highly sensitive one that is best avoided in a job interview. Sharing your political views can alienate you from your interviewer, especially if they have differing opinions. Keep the conversation professional and focus on your qualifications and the job at hand. Leave political discussions outside the workplace. Stay neutral and keep the conversation focused on your professional qualifications and the job. This ensures that your personal beliefs do not interfere with your chances of securing the role. Lastly, discussing salary expectations prematurely, and by that we mean in the first two interviews, can be a mistake. Bringing up salary too early in the interview process can make it seem like you're more interested in the money than the role itself. Still, contrary to the wide opinion of waiting until the employer brings up the topic, we strongly believe that salary should not be postponed until the end. You still want to make sure that you're on the same page with your potential employer. When you do discuss salary, be prepared with research to support your expectations. Salary discussions should be approached carefully. Being well informed about the industry standards and the company's typical salary range for the role shows that you're prepared and professional. But we've covered all of that in our video on salary negotiations. Finally, bonus tip: one thing you should always mention. One important thing you should reveal in every interview is your ability to learn and adapt. Highlighting your willingness and capacity to acquire new skills, embrace challenges, and grow professionally shows that you're not only capable, but also eager to evolve with the company and contribute effectively to its success. For example, you might say, In my previous role, I quickly adapted to new software that streamlined our project management processes. I'm always eager to learn new skills and embrace challenges, which I believe will help me contribute effectively to your team and grow with the company. And there you have it, 9 things to avoid revealing in a job interview. Remember, the goal is to present yourself as the best candidate for the job by focusing on your skills, experience, and how you can contribute to the company's success. Avoiding these pitfalls can help you make a positive impression and increase your chances of landing the job. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out our other videos for more job search tips and career advice. Subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you next time, and don't forget, you got this.